over the fact that the narrative coming into this Raiders-Steelers game was the Steelers off a loss. Their fans are like, enough of this Matt Canada guy. Mm-hmm. He's terrible. And then at the end of the game, in a key situation, Matt Canada outduels Patrick Graham and Josh McDaniels. What?
Yeah, that final play I thought was really weird. Not, the play that everybody's talking about in the decision-making. When you need a pivotal, third down defensively to get them off the field.
You kick a field goal, then the pressure is on your defense and your staff to get a stop inside of 3 plays, use your timeouts, get the ball back. It's a pivotal 3rd and short. Yep. And what do they do from a schematic standpoint?
They bring 6, and one of the key moments is they bring Nate Hobbs, and Hobbs is on Allen Robinson. Yep. And they roll Kenny Pickett out to his left, and they just have Allen Robinson just go out in the flat real quick into the empty void because Nate Hobbs is on his way in. And Pickett's like, oh, smokes, I don't even have to put anything on there. Yep. Just give it to him, and he's going to be fine. And sure enough, they convert it, and that ultimately made a big difference. I was amazed.
Which, by the way, I don't know if there was flexibility, and I apologize. I didn't get to listen to Tomlin or if Canada spoke after the game. If they said, hey, we noticed Hobbs to Pickett's right, and Kenny then could audible to a rollout to the left, or maybe they had it ready ahead of time, and it just worked out that way. But either way, great game planning in a pivotal moment when you need a first down. You got someone who's going to be coming hard, potentially, on your right, and your protection is all set to the left, wide open in the flat, no shot for Epps. And you can see him all frustrated, like, I couldn't get there. Uncovered guy.
It also speaks to, I think it seemed pretty clear that the thought process for the Raiders was, 3rd and 2. Of course they're going to run it here. But when you have, I want to say simple-minded thinking, but I don't have, for lack of a better term, I'll say it. When you have simplistic thinking, no, there's different things you could do on a 3rd and 2 to convert that. I'm all for aggression, especially defensively, but it seemed that the Raiders, on Madden, I don't know, you won't get this, but you might. On Madden how you can commit to the run sometimes pre-play, left or right, and crash everybody in. It looked like that's what the Raiders did. It looked like the Raiders held down the left bumper and hit all crash in, and everybody committed, right? You know what I'm talking about,
yes.
Right? And everybody crashes in the interior, and it's like, we're just going to toss it outside, and you're going to convert on a 3rd and 2.
By the way, no laughing. No laughing, Damon.
It's your team.
No, it's not even your team. You had good pizza on the line. I'm getting all high-voiced. You should be the one who's freaking yelling right now. You lost a lot.
I did lose a lot, Steve. I was heartbroken watching that game because I was here running the board. But Lincoln Kennedy, who is the color man on the R&R broadcast, he was voicing my frustrations. I don't know if you guys heard it in the open, but after that second pick, he said the Raiders are falling apart. They're falling apart. And I said, Lincoln, spot on.
Did you say that into the empty void?
Yes, of me alone in the studio.
Like
me alone in the studio listening to the broadcast.
You're going to catch up with me. I was out watching games yesterday. I just started talking to myself, muttering. If I were a Raider fan, I would have been muttering a lot yesterday. As a Jets fan, I muttered a bunch. That's infuriating because for me, coming out of this game, I'm not going to downgrade the Raiders a whole lot. And for Raiders fans, chill out. You guys are such babies, so many of you. I saw so much stuff last night about, it's time to move on from some of the best players, trade them. This whole thing if you're not winning Super Bowls, you're not going in. They lost a close game that they could have won. Now, I'm not saying I believe they can be a 10 or 11 win team, but I think both of these teams are basically the same, and I think they have enough problems that they're 8 or 9 win teams, right? But it's not ready to give up. There's things in the game. They're making mistakes. Jimmy G throwing the ball up, ill-advised a couple of times. It's not over. It's not and I don't come out of the game because you're going to have people who are like, great job, Kenny Pickett. Okay. He made a good play at the end of the game. He had some decent passes yesterday. It was solid. They didn't blow me away either, but that's why it's infuriating if you're a Raiders fan. Again, don't give up, but you could have won that game. Maybe should have won that game.
Oh, no, you should have.
Okay.
You had 60 penalty yards to 45 for them. You turned the ball over 3 times. They didn't turn it over once. And you lost by 5. You had an opportunity at the end to tie it, and then, of course, you got the ball back with, about 20 seconds left to potentially take the lead. But either way, it's a one-possession game despite being down in both the penalty margin and the turnover margin in a very big way. No, that's a winnable game.